Your roof handles a lot by taking on the elements of the sun, rain, and everything in between. Replacing one can be super expensive, but what if you could help your roof last longer without a full replacement? Roof Savers can prolong the life of your asphalt shingle roof at a fraction of the cost. Here with the details are owner Tony Dempsey along with manager El Trujillo. Welcome, Tony. Welcome, El. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. It's great being here.
Yes, happy to have you on. I see your commercials all the time.
Good.
So we're glad we got you in here.
That's the point. So
Yes,
thank you.
Of course. And Tony, want to start off with you. Can you just give us a quick overview of Roof Savers and how does roof preservation work?
Well, you know, the key to it is the cost to replace a roof is obviously extremely expensive.
Yeah.
So what we've done is, you know, through research and development at Desiree, we own the patent, we are the manufacturer, and through the research and development, we found different ways and different technologies and to be able to extend the life of the homeowner's roof.
Wow.
And it's real simple. Anything that you maintain and take care of, you get more out of the value that you spent in the first place.
Yeah, well, I'm sure homeowners like to hear that where they're like, okay, I can extend the value of
That's
the roof
right.
I already have.
That's right.
And tell us about your specific product and how it differs from others.
Yeah, so the product is Renew It 17, and really the key is there's multiple products in the industry, which we offer a lot of them. You know, one is a soy methyl ester based. It's an oil-based product. It's a very good product, but it's limited in what it can provide. You know, you have to do that process once every 5 years, and it does get kind of costly at that point. With Renew It 17, you do it one time, so one treatment and one application, and it adds 17 years of life to the roof.
17 years.
One time.
Wow.
And that's one of the biggest things that's really what sets us apart.
Yeah.
Is that piece. Plus, we have the patent, we're the manufacturer, we know what it can do, we know what it can't do.
Yeah.
But the key word, Desiree, is the roof has to qualify and be in good enough shape, but that's what we do when we come out to look at it.
Okay, that's good to know. And I mean, Tony just mentioned replacing a roof altogether, it can be extremely expensive.
Extremely expensive.
Extremely. So how much could a homeowner potentially save by choosing a Roof Savers treatment instead? Break down the advantages and the cost of that.
So we've seen prices range from 30 to 40 and as high as 60,000.
Wow.
We've been able to provide the homeowner savings of up to 85% of savings.
Yeah. And you work with the customers every day. So what's the response that you hear from them when you kind of give them, it's almost like the saving grace when they get to hear from you on how they can make their roofs last longer?
I've ended some appointments, some meetings with clients with a hug. They're super happy. They're amazed that this is available.
Yeah.
And we can save them this much money.
Yeah. That's great to hear. And then, Tony, you've received some great recognition that we want to mention, including working with the Wounded Warrior Program and earning the Golden Eagle Award. So what does that mean to you and your team?
Well, it's a backbone really of who we are, and as we've been blessed to work with Dr. David Godbold, who's the CEO of the Wounded Warrior Program, you start to kind of look at things differently because you can really make a change and impact people's lives. Yeah. You know, one of the keys is a portion of what we do with all of our customers goes directly to the Wounded Warrior Program. You know, we always say thank you first, because if they weren't, you know, if those guys hadn't done, you know, and young ladies and women have done that work, we wouldn't be here in the first place. So it's just a huge part of who we are and what we do.
Yeah, that's great to hear. And then lastly, how many locations do Roof Savers now have?
So we stretch coast to coast, but the focus, you know, on the West Coast is we range from Southern Oregon, you know, down now to Sacramento as we continue to grow with our sights set to keep going south.
Yeah, and I see now you can change the color of a roof. How is that, with paint, or how does that work?
Well, with the technology, it's the same treatment, but we're able to add some pigment to it. And a lot of people love it because simply they want the roof to last longer, but there's also some aesthetics, right? You want to change the exterior of the home. Well, the roof dictates a lot of that, you know, so that is an option that's on the table.
Okay, it's good that people know that. And then are there any other services other than roof preservation that we should know about, Tony?
We work on multiple surfaces, but here in Sacramento, one of the big ones is tile.
Okay.
There's a lot of issues that tile have with the valleys and leaking and moss and all the organic growth. But when we're done, the roof literally looks brand new. And the color part too, we can change the color, bring the original color back.
Wow.
but there's just a real wow factor, you know, to the tile preservation and transformation.
Yeah. Well, Tony and Al, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks, Desiree.
Yes.
Thank you.
I'm going to let our viewers know where they can go for more information. Visit myroofsavers.com, or you can call 916-244-7900.